Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks. Alright, it's July the 8th at the Heirloom Organic Vegetable Garden, and I'm a little embarrassed to show you what it looks like. The last 2 weeks has just been absolutely crazy. We've been really busy getting ready for the ducks that are showing up this week, and I haven't had a chance to do anything with the garden. Plus, it's been just nothing but rain. This year is the complete freaking opposite of last year. There's spots in the garden here that the soil's got green algae growing on it. The soil's so wet. But anyways, tonight we're going to do a little bit of work. But the weeds, I just want to warn you guys, it's nothing like you've ever seen in any of my videos before. And this week the weeds are going to be gone. I'm doing Weedageddon week. So the corn, I'm getting thinned out today. It is growing like it's come back to life. The onions are going, but look at the weeds. I'm just, like I said earlier this season that we were going to have a weed problem. You can't even tell what my garden is. It's so bad. And the tomatoes, we've got some serious work to do here. But this week it's all getting taken care of. The garden looks terrible. I don't even want to talk about it on film. It looks so bad. But we're going to, like I said, this week I'm getting rid of all the weeds. We're going to get it cleaned up, and I'm going to give you a proper update on what it looks like and how it's looking. And you know, I'm embarrassed. I'm just embarrassed on the way my garden looks. But I've been doing a lot of work. Like I did like 10 days solid just getting ready for the ducks. Because we got 125 ducks showing up. But I want to show you, just look at this here. It's rained so much that we've got, there's green algae growing on the soil. Like the soil can't even get dry enough. Like it's just, look at this. It's terrible. I have never seen it this wet here. Never. And I've lived on this property since 1995. I've never seen it this wet. It's just soaking wet. Terrible growing weather. Lots of seeds didn't even germinate. They just basically rotted in the ground. So this year's not going to be as good unless something happens here and we get a serious turnaround in the weather. So I'll give you an update later this week once I get the weeding done, and we'll get the garden looking back to normal again. Sorry about this for my avid followers on my garden. Alright, we did about an hour and a half here. Thinned out the corn. It's coming up good. We didn't touch this part of the weeds here, but we've got a lot of empty spots where the beans didn't come up, and the peas really suffered. I guess it was just so damp and wet that we're gonna replant some peas here after we get the weeding done. Carrots are coming up, like and the broccoli and cauliflower are doing really well. Actually, we just snipped off a little snack of broccoli for tonight, so that's early this year. Pole beans, they're coming up great. I noticed on the other beans down there that a lot of yellow on the leaves from the ground being so wet. So the potatoes are coming up really good here. The zucchini is coming up really good. The Brussels sprouts here, gonna start chopping those bottom leaves off shortly. The lettuce is coming up. This end, like I said, we got just the big weeds pulled tonight. They're looking good now. Tomatoes, they're coming to bloom already. And there are some tomato plants with some tomatoes on them. Actually, right here, there's a little tomato forming. So the rain is doing something. Not good for everything, but the weeds are growing like crazy, which I did say at the beginning of the season that this year was going to be a bad weed year, and I underestimated how bad it's going to be. It's really bad. So between the grass coming back up and it's unbelievable. The spaghetti squash, I think 3 of them came up. That's bad. Potatoes, they're not bad coming up. Pole beans at this end are not bad. But the broccoli, like I said, we just snipped off a batch tonight. Cauliflower, nothing yet. A little bit deformed growth happening here on the cauliflower. So hopefully I do well on the cauliflower this year. Now the peas, we have a problem with the peas. We can't remember which is here on the right, if it's snap peas or snow peas, or if it's snap peas on the left and snow, we don't know. And we've got some serious spots that no seeds came up, and it was pretty wet and damp when we first planted them. And a lot of the bean plants didn't come up, and they had yellow leaves. So, but we'll take another crack at her tomorrow and get a lot more of the weeding done, and we'll get it looking like a garden again. So that's the update for tonight. And the deer flies are getting too bad, so we're shutting her down.